Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Crazy, 2 streams in 2 weeks, that's insane for me. Hope everyone's doing good on this Sunday, either afternoon or evening. We are chilling. This is a bit of a different stream from what I usually do, as you could probably tell from the title. It should be fun. I have definitely had like Arcane brain rot since last Saturday, and when the first season came out, I did some storyboard studies, and I want to do that again with season 2. So to kind of avoid most spoilers, I'm sticking to episode 1 of season 2. It is the last scene, or like second to last scene, so kind of spoilers, but if you haven't watched it and you don't want any spoilers, then go watch it first. Go witness the beauty that is Arcane. But yeah, we will be chilling. I have an interesting stream set up for this one, because it's something a bit different. Thank you for streaming before I'm off to Lululand. Of course, happy to help. So yeah, everything is the same, except we have a credits screen that'll be popping up every couple minutes. These are the storyboard artists that are on episode 1 of season 2. So credit where credit is due, these are the people who are making the shots look the way they do in terms of like framing. That'll be kind of popping up. But they're also in the description if you want a longer look at whoever's on the list. I'm not sure who boarded the scene that I'm going to be doing today. I tried looking and there's no like information on it, but the list of everyone is there. And then we also have a mini viewer down here at the right, which will have I have a video playing with all the different shots. This is the scene that I'm going to be doing. So spoilers ahead from here on out for episode 1. So if you have yet to watch the new season, you can find time and motivation. Oh man, hopefully you're okay with spoilers. This was in the, like, the trailer, so hopefully it's not like too big of a spoiler for anyone who's watched the trailer at least, but I tried sticking to episode 1. But we will be boarding this lovely scene that's playing in the bottom right now. No audio or anything, just because, you know, copyright is definitely a thing. I tried finding a clip that was, like, posted on an official YouTube for Netflix, so... so it's, like, public access, you know? But very excited to board this scene. I was trying to look for... There's so many different, like, storyboarding styles in Arcane. Especially the different sequences, especially with like music sequences. This seemed like a very good mix of both just dialogue and cool reveals and like a bit of action, I guess. But just very interesting shot compositions. So I'm very excited to dig into this. As a fair warning, their storyboards, they're gonna be really rough. I'm not expecting any kind of like amazing pieces here. So that's up to the point where we will be boarding. But yeah, it's one of the last scenes in episode 1. I am personally fully caught up, but I will refrain from any spoilers, I promise. Just that the series is very good so far. So I have just this template for storyboards. I was gonna do like an actual animation file, but I kind of like the idea of, of having like all the shots laid out so I can kind of like zoom out, see them all together, and how they look. So we are gonna be starting with this very first one. Don't expect this to be like a teaching thing. I'm just warning you guys. I'm doing this study mainly to learn more about shot composition, get a bit better at it, because it's something that I would like to practice a bit more for upcoming projects. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm definitely not a pro at this stuff. That's why we study. But just kind of getting a feel for the shots. I also want to try and play a game where I figure out what kind of like shot size it is, which I have my handy cheat sheet down here on my desk, which you guys can't see, but it's there. It has all the different shot sizes on here if I need to flip through it. There's the credits again. I tried doing it every 3 minutes or 4 minutes. I thought that was a pretty decent balance, but it might get to be too much, so we'll see if I keep that overlay on there. It's very interesting. I've never seen this kind of study before, so I'm eager to see how you go about it. Thank you. The last one I did was when I was watching Inside Man with David Tennant, and there's like this one scene in a church, and it was like shot so cinematically, and I just like had to pull out my my sketchbook and start like figuring out the composition there. I think I started a little too detailed on this. It really does not need to be. The characters aren't even gonna look like themselves. I'm just warning you guys. Again, we're just trying to get the general feel of the shot composition, like the shot size, so I apologize if the characters don't really look how they're presented in here. So yeah, it'll be a lot of focusing. I think this one, the shot's a little too close up right now from where I have it. So I'll be pulling that back a bit. But I've been really wanting to draw the characters as well. That won't really be a thing in this video, in terms of like drawing them accurately, as I said, but definitely want to draw them a lot more and get better at drawing them. This really does not look like her, guys. I'm so sorry. The only two characters I've drawn are Kate and Vi, and that was literally yesterday. I drew them for like the first time ever, so not used to these characters. Let's bring the shot out just a little bit. What a coincidence, I was watching Arcane a little while ago. Hell yeah. Me too. Keep rewatching like certain scenes. It's just very good. Remember when season 1 came out, I was still in college getting my degree in 3D animation, and so I was like, this is what I want to do. Crazy. Okay, this is way too detailed for a storyboard. I gotta reel it back a little bit. Okay, we'll just, I don't really need to name the scene, but I will name the shot, because I'm interested to see how many are in here. Okay guys, let's play Guess the Shot Size. I'm already pulling out my cheat sheet. I want to say it's a close-up. I feel like close-up is safe to say. Medium close-up's like from the chest up, I think. There's one shot done. Wow guys. Alright. So now we're gonna go to the next shot. Some of this I'll try and go frame by frame, just so I can really get the... This probably would have been a better... I like how she's framed here, where it's just in the very, very dead middle. Also, this is a very good shot. This and another one in here would inspire me to do these ones specifically. Question, what's your favorite tea? If you don't like tea, then what's your favorite drink? The only tea I will drink is this, like, holiday blend that I got a year ago. I'm sure that my favorite tea is out there. I just have not... I've had yet to, drink it, because I don't drink tea that often. Is it too basic to say water? Wow guys, I like the basic building block of human life, water. That's my favorite drink. Crazy. Okay, I feel like hold on. I'm gonna do the table first. Really like how this shot is framed, like she's in the middle. There's also, I mean, Arcane is already just like, there's so much thought put into it with like everything. It's like the character placement and stuff like that. It seems all very intentional. Every frame's a painting kind of vibes, if you get what I mean. This is too detailed. I need to stop being too detailed. It's just a table. Just draw a square and you're good. Okay. Let's see. Just get her in the middle. It's like, even if you don't know anything before this scene, you can tell that they were in like a serious conversation. I think that's very, very cool. They get that across. I personally love mint tea with a tiny bit of sugar, like 1 spoon max. That sounds lovely. I love anything mint. Apparently that's like controversial. It's people like, ew, toothpaste flavor, but it's good. It's yummy. It doesn't taste like toothpaste exactly. Alright, this guy. I also don't know, like, I'm really bad with character names, so for both these counselor members, I don't remember their names. Sorry. Okay. The curse of adding too many details to your boards. I know it all too well. Exactly. Usually I force myself to do my thumbnails in my sketchbook because it kind of forces me to not worry about like adding too many details and kind of focusing more on the shot composition. Because if I do it digitally, it's over. I'm not even worrying about the composition anymore, like what it means for the scene. I'm more so just worried about like making it look pretty. And that's not what initial boards really are. Okay, I also like this detail of the chair being kind of like pushed out. Once again, I start the shot way too zoomed in. That's why it's nice to have the resize tool. Yeah, I've been wanting to stream for this past weekend. And I was kind of torn between if I wanted to do this versus if I wanted to finish up this little animation I've been working on of 2 of my OCs. And I put it to a poll, and I'm kind of glad this one because it's very fun. Definitely different from what I usually do, but very fun. Okay, move the chair a little bit smaller. Oh, you know what? I just realized, guys, this is so funny. My aspect ratio's off. Hold on, let me get the correct ratio. I'm literally just gonna screenshot this scene. I started watching Arcane last week. I already knew about the series, but time didn't let me watch it. Yeah, time has a habit of getting in the way, for sure. Sorry guys, don't mind me. I'm taking a screenshot of this screen right now. So I can't believe it's in the wrong aspect ratio. I kept being like, why is it so zoomed in? It's because I'm dumb. Okay. We're just gonna do a silly little copy the aspect ratio trick. Hold on. This is like definitely not the easiest way to do it, but it's the way I'm going with, so it's fine. Where is it? We're gonna drag over this shot. I'm gonna put the shot in here and resize it. Don't worry guys, I am a professional, I promise. Look at that, right? And then we're gonna fill in the blanks with black bars. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. It's the right aspect ratio now. I know what I'm doing, okay? Promise I'm a professional. I won't be able to look at chat as much this time, which kind of sucks, just because my screen is, my whole setup is a bit different, because I wanted to get the video on the screen where I can see it and I don't have to like strain my neck to turn and look at the screen. Okay, this helps immensely. Everything is fixed now. We're gonna put this in the paper folder, and I'm actually gonna move this on top of everything. Okay, fixed. We're good now. Always take note of your aspect ratio. That's what we've learned. Anyways, if I had more time, I definitely would have also added in, like, you know, titled lead guides and whatnot, but that doesn't really matter. That's fine. It's weird not, like, animating my characters for once on stream. I feel like I got really comfortable with that. But this is very fun. Okay, this arch is a little bit smaller. I just like, so a lot of this stream, I will say, is probably gonna be like stupid pretentious art bullshit where I'm just like overanalyzing these shots, but I feel like Arcane, it like almost begs to be overanalyzed because they do that very purposefully. But just the way that the background is framing the characters is very smart, in my opinion. You have this arch which is framing Mel perfectly, and it's also guiding your eyes over to the other two council members. So that's very smart, very cool. I feel like sometimes it's a bit difficult to, or well, it's easy to really lean on like symmetrical shots, and not really think about the composition behind them, and just think like, I'm gonna frame the character in the very middle. And it's very easy to kind of rely on that, but I feel like the board artists of this scene did a really good job at making it work. Because they're framed by this background. It's very cool. Okay. This is shot 2. Alright guys, guessing time. What is the shot size? I would say a wide angle, probably. Just gonna write out wide. Cool. Alright, so we're going on to the next shot already. Let me, I'm going to change the playback speed. Okay, and there is... I should really, like, watch the entire shot before I actually start boarding. There is some camera movement where there's a zoom. I should probably do the boards in black and white, I'm realizing now, but I've been liking the blue lately. I've been liking sketching with the blue. Okay, so it zooms in a little bit. So we're just gonna draw this little box indicating that. And then something really interesting happens, which is we have a character entrance. Whoa, and she like immediately covers up all the light and covers Mel. So I kind of want to get that in there as well. So we're gonna do a fun little thing called copy and paste and change slightly. I love sketching in colors. Yeah, exactly. I heard from like someone that like sketching in colors tricks your brain into thinking stuff that doesn't look good looks good, but I'm like, that's kind of like such a pessimistic stand on that. Like, I don't really like that. So I choose to not listen to that. Okay, so now we have Kate in the shot. Very cool shape language. It's crazy how, like, even though it's 3D, they managed to get this really nice shape language in their characters and like in their silhouettes. This is where we're finally doing some rough work instead of making it look way too detailed. Like, just the silhouette of this one strand of hair coming down. It's framed so gorgeously. Yeah, I like that she comes in and like you can just feel that she inserts herself into the space by the way that she covers up so much of the screen with her entrance, which is very smart. Again, I'm so sorry in advance because this stream is gonna be a lot of pretentious looking way too much into these shots. But I feel like if I explain them this way, it like helps me as well kind of figure out why they chose this. Okay. So yep, you have her coming into the shot, taking up most of the screen. I'm just gonna name it 2A. I'm just gonna combine these layers. Sorry, I was checking my other screen. Okay. So let's keep watching. Comes in, we have a shot of this guy. Forget his name, sorry. And it's a POV shot, which I really like. You see the camera shake as it kind of zooms in on him, but it's not just like zooming, it's also panning, and you have that nice effect, like we're seeing it from Caitlin's point of view. It's very enjoyable. So we'll just draw this guy. I feel like his name is Salos, but that could be another character. I'm so sorry if it is, and you stand Salos, if that's even a character in Arcane. I'm so sorry. It's like one of my favorite shows, and I just still don't know any of the character names. It's usually how it goes with me. He's kind of like bent forward. Feel myself sketching too detailed again. Also kind of notice how he's not staring at the camera in this. You'd think if it's a POV shot, right, from Caitlin he'd be looking right at the camera, but he's not. He's not striking the camera in here. Which is interesting. So you can kind of see the edge of the table here. And there's some nice lighting on him. I think the moment that really like blew me away, just in like the first episode, is the fact that like there's a scene where, without saying like too many spoilers for the first episode, but there's like a fight going on, and like these people where you see their weapon before you see their faces. They like throw a spear, and I was like, that smells mom, like just based on the weapon, and it was, and I was like, that's insane. Okay, so in the background you still kind of had this faint archway, so it's still like kind of framing this shot. You see like they're very careful to keep the arches like not behind the chair or anything, so it's still framing him, you know? Very neat. Very cool. Got some Full Metal Alchemist music on here. I feel like my playlist is not built for this kind of stream, I'm gonna be honest. Like this song in particular, yes, this kind of fits the stream, but not not the other music that I usually play. Okay. Sorry, I know my streams are kind of going all whack. Alright. I don't really know how to indicate a POV shot, but I'll just write it down here, POV, and then I'd say this is like a medium shot, maybe. Yeah, this would be a medium shot. Also get that up angle so you're looking down on him just slightly, which is really nice touch. Then we get this close-up introducing Caitlin by like her skirt before, but I think it's interesting in this shot specifically because like you already know who it is, and then just like emphasizing the like I guess like silly little ruffles and stuff. I don't know. I like that detail. There's definitely a way to butcher introducing a character by their face last. There's a way to definitely butcher that, but I think they did it okay here, especially because it's such a quick shot. You don't even really think about it. You already know that's Kate. You know her, you love her. Alright, getting too detailed again. It's tough to like not get too detailed with these characters because their designs are so inherently detailed. Okay, I mean, she's framed in the middle of the shot. There's also just this really nice blank space in here. This negative space. And just her outfit design's really nice. Alright, get the ruffles. And she's got some kind of bag. Alright. This shot is really quick, but too much details. Keep doing it. Alright, which shot is this again? Okay, 4. I'd say this is a close-up again. It's like on the verge of being an extreme close-up. Okay, so yeah, you show her like putting her hands on the table before you even show her like face, which I think they probably did to like assert the power dynamic in this scene, because she's definitely I don't know the word for it. She's being very imposing. Yeah, I think once this study is done, I'll post the PDF on my Ko-fi or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who would really like want to look at the actual file, but it'll be there, I guess. Alright. Yep, her fist is on the table. Don't need to draw individual fingers here. And there's absolutely like nothing in the background behind her. Just a black void. Okay. Can make the shot just a bit bigger. Because again, she's taking up like... She's from the very bottom of the screen to the top of it. Like, she's clearly taking up the space. It looks like she's smiling. Like that thing there's like her mouth. Let's change that. Or a very pointy chin. Okay. Well, there's that shot. So fun, you guys. Is this another medium shot? I feel like this is probably like a medium wide. We'll do a medium wide shot. Alright. We got the first page done, you guys. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. Let's quickly number our page. Love it, love it. Alright. On to the next one. Ooh, this is interesting. It also zooms in on her. Oh god. I keep doing this. I keep not drawing, not watching the full shot before drawing it out. So this is easy though. We'll just do a little zoom. So the framing goes about here. Cool. Okay. So yeah, that's again just her being very imposing in the shot, I feel like. So quick. I'm just trying to do like very loose sketches. Okay, so we have this shot of her. Not much changes there. Just kind of an over the shoulder shot, which is interesting. So yeah, we have Kate's shoulder, and I think they probably keep that in the shot to not make the staging too confusing. Really cool mask. Just love all the detail that they're allowed to put. Yay, another live. Hello! It's a little bit different this time. No Kiddick this time. I had to think if I should put bald Kiddick on the screen or not, and I was like, nah. This is a more serious stream. More professional. We're doing studies. Don't have time for bald kiddick. No fun in games, guys. No jokes here. Alright. So yeah, pretty nice shot. I like the... I didn't really get it across, but I like the... I know there's like a nice line here in her pose. I like her pose is basically what I was trying to say. It took me like 5 tries to get there, but I got there eventually. Okay. What shot is this? That's shot 6, okay. That's gonna be a constant issue, is me not knowing what shot it is. Okay, so I'm gonna write over the shoulder down here. But I would say this is probably like medium close-up. No, Kiddick, our favorite. They'll come back eventually, just not for this stream. We're still playing the same music though. Same silly music. Okay. Yup, and that shot is just another reverse. So it's just showing the character's reactions to her coming on screen. Alright, so this is her shoulder again. Showing that it's on the other side of her. Again, I think this is just for staging purposes, so it's not too confusing where these characters are seated on the set. Hate this guy's hair. This is my first time ever drawing this guy. Hate him. Hate his hair. Really didn't get the look of disgust that he's got on his face, but that's fine, that's fine. Characters are very difficult to draw. Even just thumbnail versions of them. Okay, so his chair's framing him here. This isn't like a groundbreaking shot, just a nice insert. Not every shot has to be groundbreaking in the way it's framed, you know? Sometimes it's good to just get the point across of where the characters are sitting. Okay, so that's shot 7. Probably like a medium shot. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe medium shot. Playing a game to see if I get all these shot sizes correct. There's absolutely no way to tell if I do or not. Like, there's not some kind of cheat sheet of like a shot list for Arcane that's to the public knowledge, but we'll just we'll go based on my word. So my word says that I framed that correctly, or I labeled it correctly. Okay, so next shot we got Mel's mom, which I cannot believe I'm forgetting her name as well. This is insane. I think the only characters that I know who their name is in this scene are Mel and Kate and Violet. And that's it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I like the way that she really takes up this shot, you know? Like, she is, like, dominating this entire shot, basically. And, I think that's interesting. Whether it's intentional or not, definitely shows, like, the power that these characters have in terms of, like, how much space they take up on the screen. So, Kate was taking up a lot because she's like trying to assert herself, and Mel's mom is taking up a lot because she is that bitch, and she's very powerful, so. I'm going a little too detailed on here. I also kind of notice how she's one of the only characters that's not framed from like looking down on her, you know? We're eye level with her right now. I definitely made her look a little too peeved. I feel like she's kind of unbothered in the actual scene. Alright, there's that shot. Hi Kiddick, didn't know you did streams. I do streams, just not often. At all. This is another close-up, I'd say. I kind of want to change this. We're changing that to a close-up. And this is a medium close-up. I think that's a bit more accurate. Yeah, this stream isn't what I usually do. This is more of a study, so it's a bit more focused, I guess. But yeah, we're just studying a scene from Arcane and kind of seeing the shot choices that they made in terms of the composition. Because I would like to get better at framing my shots, and this is definitely a way to help, is studying scenes where you can definitely tell they put a lot of thought into the composition. Okay. So this scene, it has like a slight zoom in. Nothing too serious though. But she just like the way that they keep framing Caitlin is she just continuously takes up more and more space on the screen. And she has absolutely no background behind her. Like, you can kind of see an archway, but you have to really squint. So she is like the only thing in her shot. Okay, I framed her a bit too close. Going too detailed again, you guys. It's a constant problem. Oh, I also just flipped the canvas, and that's not the vibe. Okay. Make her head just a bit smaller, and then she's leaning forward. I feel like all my drawings of Caitlin are gonna be way too detailed because I just like drawing her. It's gonna be that way with Caitlin and Vi, for sure. Yeah, obligatory spoiler warning for episode 1 of the new season. This is still Act 1 because I wanted to keep it within like kind of reasonable, you know. I don't want to give away too big of spoilers or anything. I made her forehead so big here. Big ass forehead. Okay. So yeah, she is taking up like all the screen here. Cool. So that's shot 9. We're up to 9 shots now, guys. That's crazy. Again, very interested to see how many shots are in this sequence in total. Alright, going on to the next one. Let's see what's next. Okay, so we have I really like this choice that they made, because basically this scene is like introducing the like big enforcer team and also the new weapons. So you have it like intercut with Jace creating the weapons. And so, you know, she's talking about, I forget what she's talking about in this scene, honestly, but she's talking about something that has a relation to the new team, I'm assuming. And before we even get introduced to the actual characters, we get introduced to their weapons, and so I really like how they did this sequence here. But anyways, let's actually draw what we're here to do. I should make this just a little bit bigger for you guys. I know it's a little small. I just didn't want to take up too much of the screen so you guys can actually still see what I'm drawing. Okay, this one's just a pretty easy standard shot. Just forging it in lava. Well, actually, hold on, I got my perspective wrong. So his hand is like all the way over here. Okay, I think it's framed a little bit better, but also not my favorite. There we go. Just had to fix that line. It was weird. Okay. Again, just a very brief insert shot, so it's nothing like very fancy, but it makes the entire sequence, like, it gives a lot more to the whole sequence. So it is important. Again, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but that overlay will be popping up every couple minutes. It's the Storyboard Artists in the credits of episode 1 of the new season. So these are the people that made these shot compositions possible. And if you want like a closer look at their names and whatnot, they're also in the description of the video. But that will also be popping up every few minutes. Hopefully it doesn't get too distracting. If it does, I'll turn it off for a bit, but hopefully, you know, every 4 or 5 minutes is okay. I'd say this is like a close-up. There's like some camera movement on here, but it's not like enough to be very substantial. Let's go frame by frame. Okay, I actually do really like that it fixates on the metal first. I might make this a two-parter. Hold on. Let's do 10B and then 10A. Okay. Because, you know, again, I already kind of like went into it, but they're introducing the actual tools before they introduce the people who are using them. And so I think the decision to have just this shot of like focusing on the metal itself is very interesting. Adds to it. But I won't spend too much time on this shot. This one's... Okay, there we go. We already finished our second page, guys. Look at that. Okay, what is our next shot? Okay, so it's the same framing as this shot here. This one here. But it's just a little bit closer. Okay. I think honestly I'm just gonna copy this and then paste it. This will be shot 11. Gotta remember that. Alright, so yeah, this is just a little bit closer to her face. Again, having her take up a lot more space in the screen, adding to the tension of the scene. That is the shot size, not the shot number. There we go. Alright, again, a close-up. And then they're also zooming in, so we'll add in these little indicators. Okay. Next shot I think is another one of Jace interspersed. Yes, it is. Okay. I love drawing while watching your streams. Thank you. So glad we can all create together. I think that's the best part about like art streams, you know. Let me watch this shot all the way through. I think it's just him. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's really nice. They cut on that motion, you know. He brings his hammer down, and then before it hits, boom, interspersed. Very cool. I'm gonna do this pose because I really like that. Very nice silhouettes. Yeah, I think studying storyboards is something I want to do a lot more frequently. Not necessarily like on stream. Like it doesn't have to be on stream, but just in general. Because I really want to get better at thinking about my shots as a whole and like how they frame the characters and why that matters, you know? There's a certain shot in this sequence where one of the characters, before they're introduced, it like highlights just an object, and that's very big for their character, but I'll get there. I'll get there when that shot is here. And I'll go in depth about that. Bumpin' that. I don't know what you mean, but you're so right. Alright, he's very tiny on the screen. He is not that important in this shot. Or well, he is, but the forge itself is very important, I think. Also, again, background framing the characters. Very cool. Very awesome. Now this is one where it gets a little tricky because it's perspective, and I'm not good at perspective. We're gonna ignore that though. Alright, so basically, here's the forge. Gonna try and do some very rough perspective lines, but this is another example of like using symmetry to help like compose your shot instead of like leaning on it. But it's also like, it's not just because it's symmetrical that it's a good composition, it's because you have this perspective like all leading up to, like leading your eyes to the very middle of the screen where he's working. So I'll just do some very, very rough things of all his like tools and whatnot, cause you get the point. He's in his workshop. But yeah, basically the whole composition is all leading your eyes to Jace here. Very cool. Alright. Love it. This is like an extreme wide shot, right? Yeah, this is like the definition of an extreme wide shot. Ews. Alright, shot 13. This is the one where it intercuts with his swinging motion. Very quick movement. Let's see. Okay, that's good enough. This is like an extreme close-up. Just do very, very rough. I can't do side profiles. That's not my strong suit. Okay, you know, you can recognize that's a side profile, right? If you just squint. Okay, you also have his forehead in here, so scale him down just a little bit. Just a little bit so we can see his stupid, messy hair. Okay, we can kind of see his ear. And then shoulders kind of peeking out here. Okay. That is an extreme close-up shot if I've ever seen him. Draw some sweat, you know? He's sweaty and disgusting. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not a Jace hater. Like, okay, so he hesitates, and then bam! Another cut on the action. Let's go. Using the same trick as before, where boom, right on impact, and they cut frames. Very good way to like show motion, or show like energy in a shot, not motion. Okay. So now he's a bit closer to the screen. Really love that silhouette of his ear. I don't know why, like that, it's just very, very clean looking. Again, it's crazy. I know 3D animation, it's a bit more difficult to think in like that 2D sense of getting that nice silhouette. But something about Arcane, they do it very well. I think that's because they're probably going like literally frame by frame and making sure it looks good. But they also have really good storytelling poses in general, so good on them. I would kill for my silhouettes to look this good, you know? Alright, he's got some kind of tank top or something, I don't know. Okay, and then we got the forge. Again, background kind of supporting the framing here. Move this over just a little bit. Because you have the forge in front of him, and then you have like these lines. Again, kind of bringing your eye here. So, all lines are leading to Jace, basically. All roads lead to Jace. Okay. So yep, again, they just cut on the motion. So I'll just do something like that. This is probably like a medium shot. Shot 14. Getting up there in shot numbers. Okay. So this is just the hammer. My playlist is really not suited for Arcane drawings. It's more suited for like drawing, you know, silly little gestures and stuff like that. Alright, I love this fire effect. Okay, this is too zoomed in. Once again, too zoomed in. All these 2D effects as well are very good. Very cool. Love to see 3D and 2D working together for once. I hate the online discourse of like, which one's better, like 2D or 3D. Like, it's so conflicting being someone who's like studied both and enjoys both for different reasons. It's not so much like one's better than the other, it's just they have different strong suits, and that doesn't mean that they can't like work together to look good. Example A, fucking Arcane. Yo, just popping in to say hi. Hello, Bunless Bee! Glad you could pop in for a minute. We're just doing some studies. It's a very, very focused stream. This is another close-up. Okay, I think this is the end of this particular one. Love storyboard studies. Hell yeah. They're very fun. I don't do them often enough. Okay, so we're done with the Jace scene. Going back to this guy whose name I cannot remember still, sorry. He's just got like a, what shape is it? A pentagon as a face. As a head shape. Like how he's leaning. Also, that hand shapes are so nice. I will actually kind of copy that because I really like that shape. Now his hand's too big. Focused on the hand too much, forgot about the proportions. Rookie mistake. Okay. One thing that kind of sucks, this video in particular doesn't have captions, so you know, I remember this scene and I remember what they're going over, but I don't remember the dialogue word for word, so I can't like say what he's saying right now and kind of give context to it, unfortunately. But probably just being like, Caitlin, you're awful. You are taking all my power and you're taking up the entire frame when you're on screen and I don't like you for it. And also I have stupid hair and I'm mad at you for it. Even though it's not Caitlin's fault at all. He's the one who chose to put this much gel in his hair, okay? That's his own problem. Good luck with your endeavors. I'm going to go do some art. Have fun! I'll be here. I think this is the same shot framing, kind of, as the other shot of him. I think they just moved the camera over like just a little bit. They just took it on the Z-axis and like upped it a little bit. More Full Metal Alchemist soundtrack. I feel like Full Metal Alchemist would be another good one to do a study of. I think the one thing that I really enjoy about that anime and the way that they like pace things is that they really give a lot of time per shot, you know? Like they kind of make you sit with the characters, and I feel like you don't get that as much in like, I don't know, like modern media, especially animation. I feel like a lot of the shots are always very snappy and like there's definitely times for that, but a lot of animated shows now I feel like they don't let you sit with the characters and you're just sitting in a shot for like a full 30 seconds as like a character comes to a realization or something. I'm thinking of a particular scene in Full Metal Alchemist that does that really well. Okay, this is probably medium close-up. No, maybe like just a medium shot, I'd say. Alright. Let's see what's next. So yeah, he's basically just complaining. Alright, we got another shot, okay. So yeah, we get introduced to the actual weapon now. So cool. Again, I like that they're just interspersing this with the actual dialogue. I feel like they did this very well. Alright, we got 3 pages so far. So we're getting through this. Learning a lot, you guys. You'll be back looking. Okay. So we're just drawing the weapon this time, coming out of the forge, I guess. I don't know enough about casting stuff to know what kind of liquid he's taking this out of. from Hamilton. Dak looking. I don't. What? I'm sorry. I feel like my brain is like gone right now. Usually I'm chill with like looking at chat and like following along, but I feel like I say something on stream with this one and then I immediately forget what I just said. So it's hard to follow chat. Shot 17. This is another close-up. There's also 17A because we're gonna do 17B. Me and my housemates did a big old Hamilton rewatch a few months ago. Just as enjoyable as I remember. Also, I was like very drunk, so of course it was enjoyable. But great time. And Twitter, I can't talk. I read that crying face is Twitter. This is how, man, I need to like switch my brain off. In Hamilton the musical, there's a king. Oh, okay. Now I get it. King George. What a guy. Oh, the guy you drew in front. Oh my god, yeah. Now that you say it. Yeah, pretty much. George, King George looking ass. Alright, don't want to go too detailed, it's just a gun. There's a lot of emphasis on the writing on the side, which, it goes by too fast to really, like, you know, recognize it, but I'm pretty sure it's, like, runes, because that kind of ties into, like, the weapon. So I think that's what this shot is trying to highlight, is just that it's special weapons. They're built different. Okay, there we go. Wow, I suck at spelling right now. It's okay, I suck at talking right now. I feel ya. And it's got some kind of water coming out of it. Alright. I will draw an arrow showing that it's going upwards. So yeah, we just get these very nice shots interspersed. Again, just kind of emphasizing like the weapons before it even reveals the characters, which I really like. I wasn't focusing and I heard, "It's just a gun," said in such a chill way. Yeah, it's just a gun. Ooh, okay, I really like that camera choice here. I did not catch that originally. If I can go back enough frames. So, keep going back. Okay, so the camera is like moving up with this movement, right? And then in the next shot, it starts by moving up as well. So it's like following that movement. That's really smart. I really like that. Okay, let's see. So yeah, she throws the gun, cuts on the motion to another close-up. Sometimes it's very formulaic, but it works, so just a gun, no biggie. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I think I'm gonna include that camera movement here because I just really enjoy that. Let's also do pan up. Put that note in there. See, I really like that choice. It's something you don't like notice, but you definitely feel the momentum in the shot. Which is just very cool. Very cool. Okay, this is a shot 18. This is like a medium shot. Then we're gonna do pan up as well. The ironic thing is that I knew the opening music without knowing it was from the Arcane series. Yeah. That's how it goes. I mean, it's Imagine Dragons, right? So if you're an Imagine Dragons fan, it's like you're gonna know the song, whether you know it's from Arcane or not. I love this girl's character design. I don't know her name either. Again, I only know the name of like 3 characters in this shot. I'm so sorry. But I love her character design. Her hair is really cute. I know people don't like her for reasons, but I enjoy her. Look at her little bangs. It's very, very cool design. I'm going too detailed on her. I keep doing this with characters that I enjoy how they look. I just want to draw them. But we're not here for that. We're here for shot framing. She's so good. Alright, wait, I might want to draw her on the motion. That might work a bit better. She looks and sounds so cute. Yeah, I like her accent. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna draw her on this motion so it shows a little bit better. So many good character designs in this show. So much good everything. It's crazy. I don't know how Fortiche Studios did it. Alright, she kinda like moves her hand back to counteract that. Look how she throws the gun so casually. She's like, here you go, boss. It's a gun. Also this other character's in the shot. I like that he's in the shot. And you see like his shield a little bit, but there's no context to it yet because they haven't like showed the weapons. I was planning on drawing her eating a peach because it matches her hair colors. Oh, that's such a good idea. I definitely need to draw more Arcane characters. I've only drawn Kate and Vi so far because I love them. So they had to be the first ones that I drew. That's a mood. Characters you dislike and don't care about are stick figures, and characters you like are full illustrations. Yeah, pretty much. That's how this is gonna be. Okay, so yeah, he's standing there. I'll just draw his like waist here. He's in the shot. Alright. So there we go. Second part of the shot. Again, I just really, really enjoy that camera movement. Again, just something you don't notice, but it really helps the shot. Alright, let's look at this next one. Very, very quick shot. It kind of... Wow, we're only 40 seconds into this. We're not doing the full clip. We're going to here, so we're like halfway through. But this really calls back to these shots, or not these shots, like the shots of his hammer striking the anvil. Like it's cut on emotion, it's very quick, it's very snappy, and that this feels like the same kind of formula. You know, there's emotion, throws it, cuts on the action, very quick shot, like not even a second long. So, very cool. I keep saying that. That's all I can say about these shots, just very cool, because they are. Can we get the name of the music/song? Feels like strawberry smoothies and bubbles on a summer day. That's a great way to explain a song. This is Wilton Clarkson James by Graham Cartna. Very silly, goofy song. Not fitting for Arcane, but I don't care. I gotta be honest, the gun's just gonna be like 2 lines, because I'm not drawing that. That's too much detail. It's a gun. We'll draw some motion lines just to kind of show that it cuts on the action. Memory's so horrible that I don't even remember the names of most of the characters. I'm the same way. I was just talking about that earlier. It's sad. I only know the names of 3 characters in this scene. And I feel especially bad because I keep calling Mel's mom just Mel's mom. Because I forgot her name, which is awful. She's like a major character in the story. Okay. Again, the camera's moving with the movement. It's like panning over to the right. So following that gun. Very cool. Love that so much. So we're gonna write down on here, pan right. I'm gonna say like, with movement. Okay. Cool. Now we get to draw my wife. It's gonna be way too detailed again because she's my favorite character, so... Okay, so this isn't, like, kind of an upshot. It's not exactly eye level with her. It's, like, kind of being shown from underneath. Again, showing the power in the scene. Like, unsubtle upshots and downshots are like, they can work in certain scenes, but I feel like they often get a little cheesy. So I feel like they did this very well. It's just subtle enough. You're not at eye level with her. You're like, you're like 5 inches shorter than her, you know? Which I feel like is most people, because she's very tall, but... Apologies for my absence. I was getting food and got distracted. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're chilling. We're 4 pages in, I think? Yeah, we're 4 pages in. About halfway through. I've just been over-analyzing every shot and sounding extremely pretentious while doing it, so nothing has changed since you left. She is the best character. She is so cool. And yes, I'm biased, and no, I don't care. Alright, upshot. Again, we haven't seen a single background behind her since she entered this shot. She's like always framed by, just darkness. 1 page per minute. Hell yeah. That's too much. 1 page per minute is way too much. That part of this music sounded like a hamster singing heavy metal. That's very accurate. I can hear it. Okay. So yeah, we're 4 pages down. Perfect. Let's see what the next shot is. Okay, so we're going back to Jace. Oh wait, no, I know the name of 4 characters, guys. Jace as well. Alright. I like that. So, overanalyzing again, guys. So they had this shot of Jace and it's focusing on the hex core, and then they immediately, look, it's literally framed in the same, like, it's in the same spot of the screen almost. Just that immediate cut. Very love it. Very love it. It's great. What shot is this? This is shot 21. Again, it's very easy to make that kind of editing cheesy, because there are times where that could feel very cheesy, cutting with the object in like the same position on the screen. just in a different shot. I feel like they pulled it off here because it moves a little bit between the shots. So I feel like that's why this particularly works. I know how to speak. I will say there are some scenes in this season where they try and do the same cuts, but it really doesn't work. And that's where it gets into the cheesy category, at least like for me. Probably not for like other people. But at least like when I was watching, I was like, that was a bit of a cheesy cut. I don't know. Made this too detailed. Alright, and you barely see his face in the background. Please tell me I don't have to draw Jace's face in this, please. I don't want to. Not that I don't like him, I just don't want to draw him. Scary. I think there's some camera movement in this shot. Alright, so his shoulders down. Really just showing that like his hand is up here. Yep, there's something happening there. I'm gonna blur him a little bit. I don't want to look at him. I act as if I'm the biggest Jace hater. I'm so sorry, guys. Promise, I think he's a good character. Alright, is there camera movement? A little bit. Very subtle, but it still follows that motion. It's like panning to the right a little bit, and then that motion follows here. And I like how they frame that in terms of like it's panning to the right and it's like drawing your attention from the hex core to the rest of the rifle. That's really cool. There's another close-up. Page 5, guys. We're getting there. I guess I will write a note here. Just pan right. I always forget about camera movements. Like, I think that's my biggest thing with storyboards and like making my own, is I just always forget camera movements are a thing that can happen and add to the scene. I think I'll skip this song. I had to take a few songs off the playlist last time, unfortunately. I was like, I'm not vibing with these anymore. These aren't certified bangers in my mind anymore. Alright, this is the hex core, guys. I don't want to... drawing mechanical stuff is not my strong suit. I love it because, like, shape language, whatever, but doesn't mean I'm good at it. Okay. How is this gun framed? Let me draw her hand first to kind of give, like, a frame of reference. See, our hand's about there. Maybe a bit smaller. Change that framing a little bit. Yeah, this line is like pretty much straight. Ugh, this is difficult. Drawing like a weapon in perspective, could not be me. Never ask this of me ever again. Alright, then you got the scopes here, and then, I don't know, close up. And then this is too zoomed in. I finished the sentence eventually, guys. Maybe make her hand a little bit smaller too. I mean, like, a lot of the focus is on the actual weapon itself, so. This motivated me to work on my storyboards. I'm behind on, so thanks. Of course. Happy to help. This always gets me in the mood to storyboard, so I'm excited for after this, because I'll probably work on something. I'm back. Welcome back, Egg. I'm glad you can make this stream. Alright, so you kind of see her up here. Cool. Okay. There we go. And then we'll just do a little pan right. Okay, this is a close-up as well. Alright, so that was a really cool set of shots. Really enjoyed that. Okay. This one is a little difficult to... Sorry, this just looks really cheesy. In a good way. It works. You know, you're introducing the weapons here. Then you got another weapon introduction before you even see the character's face. Same with this one, but you do see her face because I think she's more sympathetic, I guess. Lots of flashing. Sorry, guys. And you got all three of them. You don't get a look at this guy's weapon, but might be there. Okay. Let's draw more weapons, I guess. My least favorite thing in the world. Alright. Let's just, we'll draw the last frame here. God, this is gonna be my nightmare, you guys. This is gonna be my nightmare. Okay, I just gotta, like, look at the reference points for where this starts. Again, hourly reminder, that little thing will be popping up on the side every few minutes. You've probably gotten tired of it by now, but those are the storyboard artists for this episode of Arcane. My guns, yeah. This is why it's so sad that Ayse Aktas is my favorite Full Metal Alchemist character, because, like, I can't draw guns and I don't, like, really want to. But, like, her whole thing is guns. It's so sad. But anyways, yeah, that little pop-up will be coming up every couple minutes, and yeah, it's just the storyboard artists that were credited on this episode of Arcane. So I wanted to give credit where credit is due, because they are the ones mostly who are setting up these shots, making them look the way they do, and feeding into my delusions of overanalyzing all these shots. So shout out. Alright, yep, that's a weapon. There we go. Beautiful. I guess we'll have her framed in here as well. But yeah, if you want a closer look at the storyboard artists, they're also credited in the description of the stream. So you don't have to, like, rush to take a screenshot or something. Alright, this is another close-up. We've had 3 close-ups in a row. It might honestly be 4. Let me look at the... No. It's 3 close-ups in a row. Kinda stressing out the viewer. Really just focusing on these weapons. Okay, so this one we get a nice zoom out. And then what does she do? She just adjusts the grip and then, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool weapon introduction, basically. That's what these shots are. Okay. And this is an up shot, or no, a down shot. So we're looking down on her right now, which is interesting. Maybe it's just to add, like, drama to the shot or something like that. Going too detailed. Again, it's my favorite character. Alright, so yeah, we, like, barely see her chin in here. and like a lock of her hair. So we're like barely seeing her face at least. All right, just draw a line. Just draw. It's just a line. Okay. Yep. I feel like every time I draw these, I just say, yo, that's a weapon. I'm just not good at drawing these things. Maybe one day I'll do some studies, but for now it's just gonna be like a glorified stick. I guess the point across. I see shows like Arcane and I think about how much I love animation. Exactly. Just so inspiring. Like the past 2 weeks, when I've watched it on Saturday, I have like wanted to animate immediately. Find medium close up. Let's there's kind of a zoom out. It like follows the gun, so I don't know if that would like count as a zoom out. Metal pipe. Yeah, exactly. That's what this is. Okay. So yeah, we get this shot of him opening up the shield. Again, another down shot, even more so. I really think that's just to add to the dramatic effect of everything. Damn, I will try my hardest to do this shot justice, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. This stuff is like a lot out of my comfort zone, which is good. Like that's why we do studies, is to get better and improve, but sometimes improving sucks. It's awful. Guys, never improve. Okay, I'm gonna make the line weight a bit more on this one, just to show that it's in the foreground a bit better. Yeah, it was between, so I had 2 different scenes that I was going to, that I was choosing from in, like, what to do a study from. And it was this one, or it was the very final scene in, episode 3, so of the first arc. But then I was like, it's a bit too much spoilers. I don't want to, like, give away spoilers to people who really want to like know what happens and go in blind, but also want to watch the streams, I guess. So this one ended up being the one. But the other possible scene was really cool. Very cool framing of the characters, I think. Okay, another medium close-up, I'd say. Remember to never change and always stay in your comfort zone. There's no scary guns there. Yeah, pretty much. Remember, guys, never change your opinions or try and improve. Just stay in your own little bubble forever and it'll be fine. That's how it works, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna draw this part as well, just to show there's more of an emphasis on the shield than the actual guy who's holding it. But also, perspective is difficult, so this is tough. Oh my god, this is very difficult. Ugh, promise I know some perspective. Okay, that's good enough. It's 25B. And we'll do another zoom out. Cool. My handwriting is like gonna get progressively more sloppy as this goes on, I can already tell. Alright, that's page 5 done. Hell yeah, you guys. I guess let's look at what we've got so far. I mean, it's tough just like looking at these because I've already, like, spent the past, I don't know, how long have I been streaming? The past hour and a half, just, like, explaining as I go what's going on and, like, why they're choosing these shots. But I'll show them on screen, just for the fun of it. Again, really love this. I really love the fact this is framed in the same spot as this. They did it very, very subtly in that scene, which is really good. Okay. Never change your opinions. Wow, that's so AmeriCorps of you. Yeah, don't remind me. Okay, again, they're following the movement with the camera, so this is panning up, and then this continues to pan, so it shows the gun before it shows her face. So I will draw another weapon. Another metal pipe. Alright, let's see, this is gonna be shot 26. Okay, so the main focus is in her gun here. Because again, they're focusing on the weapons before they show the actual characters. We're getting to the one shot that convinced me to do this, so I'm very excited for when that comes up. It's coming up soon, maybe 40 minutes from now. Art is a process that takes time. It's a very fancy pipe, guys. I don't know, I'm putting too much detail into this pipe. I just want it to, like, register as an actual weapon, you know? Not just be like, what is this? What were you going for? Move her arm a little bit. Let's see. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Okay. Now we can draw her arm, which is about like here. And then there's like her chest plate thing. Okay. There we go. Cool. I'd call this another close-up. Again, all close-ups. This is, well, these ones are medium close-ups, but lots of close-ups. Now let's do second part of this shot. Okay, cool. Again, love her character design. She is amazing. Framed a little too low here. You get to see like her actual forehead and stuff. We finally got another upshot. I'm dug in and I'll never change. Yeah. Basically, just have that mentality. That's how you'll get good at art. Right, guys? That's how it works. Love her haircut. Okay, so, let's bring her over here, and then her gun is still kind of the focus, but we've shifted focus to her face. Excuse me. Throat's getting dry, been talking too much. I don't know how the hell teachers, like, or professors will teach an entire, like, 2.5 hour lesson. I don't know how they do this. Okay, it's kind of flashing, so I don't really want to play that straight up. It's a flash warning. Okay, then we finally get a shot of this guy's face. I like his shape design, it's very nice. Keep drawing him way too close to the top of the screen. I feel like I keep looking over, my screen's flashing, but it's not. Like, I keep seeing stuff, like, movement in the corner of my eyes on my screen, and I'm thinking it's chat, but I guess it's not. It might be the pop-up. It's just distracting me. I can't draw beards. But he's got a really cool beard. Okay. So yeah, we finally get just a shot of him. It's very, very basic. Literally just a side profile. Oh, my cat's here. Hi, Winnie. I don't know if you guys could hear her. What's up, kitty? Anytime she, like, vaguely wants something, she does, like, that little trill that cats do. They go, like, merp. Okay. Yeah, this is just a straight-up side profile. But there's still depth to it, and I know that partly is because it's 3D, but still, it's cool. Who is he? I don't remember him in the series. He's a new character who's introduced, kind of a secondary character, but he's introduced in the first episode here. Ooh, Mao. For real. My cat is very adorable, but, very annoying. In, like, the nicest way possible. Okay, now we got a shot of this person. Not person, I don't know what species they are. This character. I love these little, like, scale things they have on their cheek. Also, the berets are such a vibe. Drew them too close again. When will it stop? Again, that's why I'm glad I'm on digital, because I can just resize. Okay. Phew. I think we're done with, like, most of the character and, nope, there's one more shot. JK. This is just the shots that we just had, but zoomed out. So, this is not gonna be detailed. Yep, she's got a gun. And we're below eye level of all of them. Again, we're looking up at them. Seems to be a theme of this scene. I think it's very interesting trying to frame characters of, like, different heights next to each other. I said this wouldn't be detailed, and it's, like, very detailed. Alright. We're drawing a box. It's the shield. Just trust me on this one, guys. Okay. That's the shot, guys. Maybe frame that a bit better. Keep wanting to stop him like right at his forehead, but he's taller than that. Okay, he's more on screen than that. Alright, there we go. Now that's the shot. It's probably like a medium close-up. It's like right in that weird in-between. Okay, so we got the cool character introduction, guys. Look at the team, they're back together. They were never together before, but they're here. Now we get all the characters' reactions, so we'll just be pretty quick with this. All these characters have such good jawlines, it's crazy. Okay, so this is kind of just the same framing as the shot we got of her before. Oh no, my housemate's cat is up here now. All the cats are up here. It's a party. They all want Arcane. Okay, she's also not striking the camera. I don't think any characters have struck the camera. Oh, cat's murping again. Alright. Easy enough, easy enough. Maybe bring her over just a little bit. She's got a lot of blank space behind her. Okay. Man, we're 30 shots in, you guys. Very chiseled art style, yeah, for sure. Alright. Shot 31. I think this is page 7 now, right? Yeah. Phew. We're almost there. Really like this shot as well. Yeah, we got like 4 shots left or something. Eating all those carbs might just be the death of me. Felt. Alright, again, we have Mel at the very middle of the shot. Just framed by the entire background. And we have the archway as well. But hold on. Something interesting is that whereas in this scene we're facing her head on and we're pretty much at eye level with her, you can kind of see by the way like the arch is framing her entirely. This time the arch is like behind her. Like she's covering it. So interesting. So we're looking up at her with this shot. Bring her up a little bit. This is entirely not the music for Arcane. This is like my Kiddick playlist. Not my, ooh, super serious, studying storyboards kind of playlist. Do I care, though? No, not really. Okay. So yeah, we're looking up at her. Love her earrings. Her whole character design is also another one where I'm like, this is like peak character design. Can't draw her mouth right. Where's the subtle shock? Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Alright. So yeah, this is what I was talking about with the archway. Also, the archway is not like entirely symmetrical anymore. There's an off balance. Which is interesting. Alright. So yeah, now you can kind of see instead of framing her like entire form, it's just kind of framing below her head. Just interesting. Alright, yeah, now we got the cool shots. Alright. Is this another one where it like cuts kind of the same place? A little bit. Alright, guys, gotta draw more geometric shapes. This is lovely. I signed up for this. This is why we do studies. Okay. Try and make this look like a crystal. Yeah, let's go. That's a crystal. Cool. You love to see it. Yeah, these kind of shots are difficult to board. I don't know. Because it's like, how detailed do you go, right? Like, if it's in, you know, the actual artists who, like, worked on this, you have the 3D models that you can rely on and just be like, this is the gauntlet, you know, and you can just draw the gem or something and be like, I want the gem to be here in the shot. Okay, yeah, that looks like a gauntlet. Probably gonna just draw this in to make sure it's the main focus of the shot. This is like an extreme close-up. Yep, and then we cut to a very similar shot. I think this is the one where... Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay. So this was the shot that, like, drew my attention to wanting to study this scene. I think this is a really good character introduction. You know, with all these characters, we've been seeing their weapons before we see them, and it's no different with Vi. But we also see something that's like really important to her character development, I guess, or just like her story in general, which is like we start with the gauntlets and stuff. We already know it's gonna be Vi, and then just like cherry on top, we have in the very middle of the frame is the Enforcer's badge, which was a big part of the beginning of the episode. So I really like this shot. I really like how they framed it. I was watching the series in the dark when those flashing scenes appeared. I said, what the hell, my eyes? I know. They do that very often. It makes it very difficult when you're watching this series in the dark. It's just like you get flashbanged immediately. Okay. So yeah, we'll draw the gauntlet. Try my best not to put too much detail into this. Those are knuckles right there. God, it's so complicated. I cannot imagine if this series was in 2D and they didn't have like rigs or anything. Having a hand draw this gauntlet over and over again. Definitely someone's niche for sure. Multiple people's niches probably. But would not be mine. Alright, that's a gauntlet. Is the entire season out at once? No, so they're doing it in 3 separate acts. So Act 1 came out last Saturday, and that was the first 3 episodes. And then Act 2 came out yesterday, and that was episodes 4 through 6, and then the final arc is coming out next Saturday, and that's the final 3 episodes. So they're doing it in like 3 episode bursts each week, which I really enjoy. I really think the worst thing that has come out of like streaming services is like having the binge model and everything. I hate that so much. I feel like you can get so much more out of a show if you're watching it weekly and you're having to like wait for the next episode and like have that anticipation. Especially like engaging in online spaces as well. Like when I was watching Dungeon Meshi, I feel like I got a lot more out of the experience because the episodes were coming out weekly. Whereas if they all came out at once, I probably wouldn't have even watched the whole show. So I might start it this week to power through my mock exams. You should. Get like inspired before your exams. Also, good luck on those. Jeez. Don't miss exams. Okay, these sites are down. Also, that isn't like necessarily a critique on people who do binge watch, because I do as well. It's more so like a critique on the actual services. But yeah, I can't watch shows anymore that just release the whole thing at once. Yeah, exactly. Because I know if all the episodes are out there, I'm probably gonna watch them. That's just like how it goes usually, especially if I really enjoy the show. I just get really focused on it. So that's why I like when they come out weekly, because it like forces me to pace myself, because otherwise I know I won't. Alright, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. They have this just really good shot. Again, the badge is like a big part of this episode, and like her decision that she makes. So very cool to like introduce that before you introduce her character. And then you're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. No way she did that. She joined the Enforcers. So very cool. Love it. Love this show so much. I think I love it because you can just tell how much love went into it. They're mock exams, so they're not great or anything, but wow, I am not looking forward to sitting for 4 hours in a Polish literature exam. Ugh. Yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds like my personal hell. Good luck. Okay, so the shot size actually changes here, which is cool. Goes into extreme close-up, just to like really emphasize. And now we got the big reveal. It's Vi. Okay. Also, releasing them weekly makes you appreciate individual episodes instead of pretty much just remembering the last few episodes. Exactly. And it makes you sit with like what happened, you know? Like, if Arcane was coming out weekly, or not weekly, if it was coming out all at once, I would be like, I'd have no time to process what happens because there's so much that happens. So, very happy it's not coming out all at once. That's great. Okay, so we start at like a medium close-up kind of. And she's like walking towards the screen, so. There's a lot of framing changes here, so that's why I'm doing a bunch of different frames for the same shot. I like both binging and the weekly releases. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, it depends sometimes. I like this character acting of like she just has her head down. You know she doesn't want to be in this fucking uniform. Hair covering her eyes, yeah. Just the character acting in this is very good as well. I feel like one thing that gets missed in animation now as well is kind of like making the characters, in like just the simple actions they do, just making those actions their own, you know? Like, I think the best example I can think of, because I've been watching this with my housemates for the past like year now, but best example is like in Adventure Time, you know, if the characters have to pick up a cup on the other side of the room, Jake the dog isn't gonna pick up a cup the same way that Finn does, right? So I think sometimes you lose that in animation now, especially the animation that's like more snappy, like I was talking about earlier. But I think Arcane does a pretty good job in a lot of instances of making the characters move in their own ways, even with like very minuscule movements. They just make the action their own, which is really cool. Alright, so this is page 8. I think we're on shot 35. Yep. Getting to the end. I think we just have 2 shots left. I binged through Arcane Season 1 because I had no motivation to watch it on initial release, but I went along with the weekly Unicorn Warriors Eternal premieres. Hell yeah! Season 1 of Arcane was a very special viewing experience for me, because I was still in college, living with my old housemate, and like we had a few other friends who were into Arcane who lived like a few floors above us. And so like every week when the episodes would come out, we would all like gather in our apartment and watch all the episodes. And it was very fun. It was a very nice experience, especially because we had like 3 separate levels of like knowledge for the series. Like I had never played League, I didn't know anything about these characters. My housemate knew like a little bit, and then one of our buddies played League, and so like she knew all the lore, so she'd be like, guys, they said the thing. Like it was a very great viewing experience, and I'm really sad because now I'm like living in a different state from them this time around, so like I, you know, obviously I'm not able to do the rewatches with them in person, and it's still very fun, but it's like, I don't know, that it was just such a special experience for me, I think. So watching this season has definitely made me miss that in a very cheesy, corny way. Alright, she looks a little too angry in my drawing, but that's fine. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah. I think it was the only time I've watched a series, and it's definitely been like elevated by the people I'm watching it with. That's only happened a select few times because I like watching shows on my own. But I got my housemates now, they just they do not watch Arcane, so have not been able to watch it with them. There was like something that happened in an episode that made me like literally be on the floor like screaming, and I will not say which scene it was because spoilers, but great scene. My poor housemates were like, are you good? Like, are you alright? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, this is the same shot. Wait, this is page 1. There we go. Okay, this is actually shot 34. It's just another part of the shot. 34A. Now I move to a close-up. Okay. Cool. Oh. Actually double-clicked on the video. Now we got the cool reveal. Wow. There might be one shot after this. Yeah, there's like 2 of Jace. Do I want to draw Jace again? That's the question of the night. I think I know what you're referring to. Yeah, it's like the biggest scene, in Act 1 at least, but at least in my opinion. But yeah, my poor housemates, every Saturday they've been subjected to me just absolutely losing my shit. Alright, now we got the cool Avengers shot where they're like, oh, we're all here, guys, we're enforcers, we're gonna enact terrible things on the world. Yeah, power shot. Let's go. Let's go. I always love Vi's face in this scene. She does not want to be in that uniform. It's so funny. It's great. Also her little frilly thing, like, it's so good. Alright, she's got her big hand things. And then we got this guy. Yeah, I kind of noticed, like, so I guess with the framing in this shot, which, let me switch the song real quick. I'm gonna make the shot just a little bit bigger so I can show a bit better, but, basically, like, all the characters are kind of turned inwards to, like, face Caitlyn a little bit. Like, it's very slight, it's mostly noticeable with this character here, but, you know, even, like, using the background to bring your eye to the character is one method, but then using the other characters to bring your eyes to the main character of the shot is also very interesting. They're all, like, slightly turned towards her, except kind of Vi, but I think that's also because she is, like, another big component in this shot. Also, how both the characters on the ends, their heads are kind of, like, tilted, you know, tilted over towards the middle of the shot. So just very cool posing. I don't exactly know if that posing is necessarily because of the storyboard artist, because that could have definitely been the character animator or the layout artist of this particular shot decided, like, hey, it looks better if all the characters are kind of, like, angled in towards the middle, because it brings your eyes to that. Also, another up shot. We're below all their eye lines here. But it definitely could have been, like, the actual animator's decision in this shot, but I still think it's a very cool framing technique. Let's bring them in a little bit more. So, awesome. I know there's 2 more shots of Jace. Why am I just now, like, blanking on his name? That's insane. Jace. I know there's 2 more shots of him, and it kind of, like, concludes the scene nicely and then transitions into the next scene pretty good too. Like with this, I think it's the same framing as the next shot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like, their faces are framed, like, literally the same framing, but I'm not gonna go this far into the video. But I think that's our storyboard study, which is crazy. I'm gonna take that out, and then we'll kind of go through the shots, and then I think we'll be done for the day. But yeah, so man, I started off way too detailed with these first couple shots. Yeah, I love these framings of every shot. I feel like there's a very conscious decision with the storyboard artists who worked on Arcane, especially this scene. There's a very conscious decision in, like, the framing and the transitions and just everything in general. And I think they did an amazing job of framing this scene and really, like, helping the continuity, especially, like, the way that they introduce all the weapons. Like, you don't even, like, you just know something's coming by the way that, like, they're showing Jace creating these weapons and stuff like that, and it's very cool. It's boarded very well. Whoever originally boarded it, I don't know the specific storyboard artist who worked on this scene, but they did a very good job. Or board artists, like, plural. But very cool, very fun. I love doing these storyboard studies. I think it's very helpful. It makes you really look at the shots and like contemplate why they chose that. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot the shot size. This is a full shot. There we go. But anyways, I think that's it for me for today. Thank you everyone who joined and kind of chilled out, talked in chat, or just lurked. I don't know when I'll be streaming again, just kind of whenever the urge to stream arises, I guess. But yeah, that's it for me for the night. Thank you everyone for coming out. Very excited for the series finale next Saturday. Yeah, everyone go watch Arcane right now. Anyways, bye guys.